Welcome everyone. We are back for Iyengar's course 1 of yoga, and we're at week 5 and 6. So I hope you've been practicing week 1 through 4 daily if possible. But after you've done that, jump on in for week 5 and 6. Okay, so we will begin our sequence with Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. So you'll open the feet about 3 feet wide. Externally rotate the right toes to point towards the top of the mat. So the feet are at a 90-degree angle. Keep the spine nice and long, legs stay straight. Extend the arms out in front of you. Lengthen the spine, nice slow deep inhale. And then exhale, start to reach those right fingers forward, 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 forward. Push that left hip back, reach, 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 reach. You'll eventually lower the right hand down. Thigh, shin, working your way down towards the ankle, palms down on the inside of the foot, and finally palms down on the outside of the foot. The left arm extends straight up to the sky. And again, we hold these postures for about 30 seconds. I'm going to count my breaths, 5 breaths. Keep the core engaged here. Keep the spine nice and long. It's not about just reaching the floor. You want the nice long spine with the collarbones rotated towards the wall. Excellent work. Slowly draw the belly in, rise yourself all the way back up. Bring the hands towards the hips, rotate the right toes in, externally rotate the left toes out. So again, we want the length in the spine, we want the legs straight and strong, not hyperextended, not locked out. Extend the arms out nice and long. Keep the length in the spine, draw the belly in, reaching, reaching, reaching with the left fingers over. Nice length in the spine. Keep that length in the spine, and then lower the left hand down. Again, starting with the thigh, shin, all the way down, eventually to the outside of the foot. Again, keep that rotation into the collarbones. It's almost, if you were looking at me from the other direction, it's like I'm smushed between 2 panes of glass. Reach the right fingers up towards the sky and breathe. At the bottom of your 5th exhale, draw the lower belly in and rise yourself all the way back up. Bring the hands towards the hips, and we'll jump the feet back together. Okay, great job. Next posture is Utthita Parsva Konasana, or extended side angle pose. Walk the legs out again, that 3.5 feet. Slowly rotate the right toes again to point towards the top of the mat. This one we bend the front knee so that the knee is over the ankle. We'll start with the arms extended out nice and long. Again, lengthen through the spine. This time we're going to reach, reach, reach again forward. And we're going to bring the forearm towards the leg. We're going to reach the palm down eventually towards the floor. Eventually bring that palm to the outside of the right leg. And this left arm extends along the left ear. Nice slow deep breaths. Again, we got 5 of these. Keep the collarbones rotated towards the wall. Draw the lower belly in. Use your exhale at the bottom of that 5th exhale. Rise yourself back up. Straighten the right knee. Rotate the toes in. Externally rotate the left toes out. Rebend the left knee over the left ankle. Lengthen the spine. And exhale, reach forward. Those left fingers. Forearm down. Palm to the inside. Palm to the outside. Extend the right arm along the ear. Get that twist in through the collarbones. Nice slow deep breaths in and out. Bottom of the 5th breath, rise yourself all the way back up. Straighten the left leg, swivel the toes, and jump the feet back together. Excellent work. Next in our sequence, we have Virabhadrasana 1 and 2. So warrior 1 and 2. And step the feet out wide, about 2.5, 3 feet wide. Rotate all the toes to point towards the top of the mat. So we're all going to twist all the toes to point towards the right. Left toes are going to point towards the upper left corner of the mat. We're going to square off the hips here, take a nice deep bend in the right knee over the right ankle. Tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. Warrior 1. 5 breaths. Making our transition into warrior two. Draw the hands down through heart center, externally rotate the left toes to point towards the long edge of the mat. So now we have the feet at a 90-degree angle. Right toes point forward, left toes point out towards the side. Lengthen the spine, extending arms out towards the short edges of the mat. Bring the gaze over the right fingers. 5 breaths. Bottom of that fifth, straighten the front knee, hands come through heart center, swivel the right toes in, externally rotate the left toes. Rotate the right toes forward just a little bit more. We're swinging all the toes again. Square the hips off towards the back of the mat. Left knee bends over the left ankle, tailbone tucks, lengthen the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. 5 breaths here. Great job. Transitioning into warrior two. Draw the hands down and through heart center. Externally rotate the right toes to point towards the long edge of the mat. Maybe heel toe the legs a little wider, bend a little deeper into that left knee. And as you're ready, extend the arms out towards the short edges of the mat. Bring the gaze over the left fingers. Feel like you're getting drawn slightly backwards by those right fingers. Gaze and breathe. Excellent work. Straighten the front knee, bring the hands through heart center, rotate all the toes to point towards the long edge of the mat, and we jump our feet back together. Excellent work. Next, we have a rotated triangle pose. This is Parvrita Trikonasana. We'll open again the legs out about 3 feet wide. Externally rotate the right toes to point towards the top of the mat. Keep the legs straight. Extend the arms out nice and long. Great job. Keep the feet as they are. We're going to bring the left arm over and around to the right arm. Reach the arms up, gaze towards the top of the mat, square off the collarbones here. And as you exhale, keep that long, straight spine. You're going to hinge forward over that right leg, keep the leg straight, and then you're going to plant the left hand down. Again, thigh, shin, onto a block, eventually making it onto the floor. Right arm extends up towards the sky. 5 breaths here, eventually walking that left hand to the outside of the right leg. Coming out of this posture, bring the right arm back down towards the floor, draw the belly in, slowly rise yourself all the way back up. Rotate the right toes to point towards the long edge of the mat. Rotate the left toes to point towards the back of the mat. Extend the arms out nice and long, lengthen the spine. Bring the right arm forward with the left hand. Reach the arms up, square the collarbones off, draw the belly in, and then start to hinge forward over that left leg. Reaching, 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 reaching. We're going to plant the right hand down again, either onto the leg, onto a block, eventually onto the floor. Left arm extends up towards the sky. As you continue to practice this, your hand will get closer and closer towards the floor, eventually getting the palm down onto the floor, and then eventually walking the palm to the outside of that left leg. Excellent work. Making your way out of this posture. Lower the left hand back down towards the floor. Draw the belly in. Rise the torso all the way back up. Rotate the left toes to point towards the top of the mat. Jump both the feet back together. Excellent work. Next posture is our Parsvottanasana. We'll open the legs up again. So about 2.5 to 3 feet wide, not as wide as previous. And we're going to rotate all the toes again towards the right side. Bring the hands back behind the hips. So this posture calls for a reverse prayer pose back behind you. This helps open up the collarbones, keeping the chest nice and broad. So if bringing the palms together back behind you is not available today, you'll continue to work that way. So maybe bringing the palms together back behind you. If you can't get the palms back behind you, grab onto your shirt or grab onto a strap, slowly working to keep that chest opener and more open. Eventually, palms pressed together, fingers pointing down towards the back, tented, lifted up till the palms press together. Okay. We'll inhale to lengthen the spine, shining forward with the heart, square the hips off over that right leg, and then exhale to forward fold over the right leg. Lowering the torso all the way down. Eventually bringing the forehead towards the shin. At the bottom of your fifth breath, draw the lower belly in, slowly rise yourself all the way back up. Keep the bind of the hands wherever you have it. Maybe get a deeper pressing of the palms towards each other. Swivel all the toes to point towards the left side. Square the hips off towards the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. Exhale to forward fold over the left leg, lowering yourself down nice and slow. The bottom of that fifth breath, draw the belly in, slowly rise yourself all the way back up. Nice and slow. Rotate the toes to point towards the short edge of the mat or long edge of the mat. Release the bind of the hands and step or jump the feet towards each other. Take a nice slow deep breath in mountain pose. Excellent work. We're going to move into our wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita, Padottanasana, opening the legs about 3.5 feet. Really, really nice wide stance. If you extend the arms, the ankles are about underneath the wrists. All right, so we just take the first variation this week, or for the next 2 weeks. Inhale to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, forward fold down between the two legs. So as you're getting started with this posture, you might find it helpful to have a block underneath the head to help keep the spine nice and long, stretching out through the legs. As you get more and more comfortable with this posture, you'll reach the hands down towards the floor, getting more and more comfortable, walking the hands back behind the legs. Working your way nice and slow. Eventually walking the hands back behind the legs and bringing the head towards the floor in between the ankles. Kind of hard with my big ponytail. Taking 5 breaths. Excellent work. Walking the hands forward again. Draw the belly in. Slowly rise yourself all the way back up. Great job. Heel toe the feet back towards each other. And down the feet. Meeting up in mountain pose. Nice slow deep breath in. Excellent. We'll make our way down onto our back. It's our core sequence time. We've got Urdhva, Prasarita, Padasana. There we go. All right, so you'll lay down onto your back, extending the arms up overhead and legs out nice and long. All right, so this posture comes in 3 parts. We'll be starting this extended lying down position and then lifting the legs up 30 degrees, taking about 30 seconds in that position, and then lifting the legs up to 60 degrees, holding for another about 30 seconds, and then lifting the legs all the way up, reaching them towards the sky for another 30 degrees. and then we lower down. So it's suggested to take about 3 to 4 rounds of these, holding each portion of the posture for about 30 seconds, really tonifying for the core, getting you ready for the next couple of postures here. All right. So beginning by drawing the belly in and tucking the tailbone down towards the floor, take a nice slow deep inhale. And then we'll exhale to lift the legs up about 30 degrees. Breathe. Okay, lift the legs up to about 60 degrees. And breathe. Keep drawing the sacrum down towards the floor. Lower back reaches towards the floor. Last breath here. Exhale, lift the legs all the way up towards the sky. Slowly lower the legs all the way back down towards the floor. Take 2 breaths here to prepare. As you exhale, lift the legs again about 30 degrees. Lift the legs to 60 degrees. Lift the legs all the way up. Use your exhale to lower the legs all the way back down towards the floor. Our final round here. 2 breaths to prepare. Use the exhale, lift the legs about 30 degrees. Lift it up to 60. Lift it all the way up. Great job. Lower the legs all the way back down. Bring the hands down by the sides. Help press yourself up. Excellent work. We'll be coming next into our Parapunavasana, our classic boat pose. All right. So I like to start by bending my knees, grabbing onto the thighs, lengthening the spine, broaden through the collarbones. Draw the lower belly in, start to straighten the torso back at an angle. As you feel already there, you'll lift the shins up towards the sky. Find that balance on the seat. Next step is extending the legs out nice and long, pointing the toes. Final step is to extend the arms out towards the legs. Broaden the collarbones. 5 breaths here. And release. Whew, I was shaking there. All right. Oh, roll the shoulder blades forward, up, back, and down. Ah. Our next posture is Ardha Navasana. So this is our half boat pose. Doesn't mean that it's half as easy though. Legs extend out nice and long. Bring the hands back behind the head. Interlace the fingers. Kind of cradle the head here. We want to take some engagement out of the neck here with this support. Open the elbows out nice and wide to keep the collarbones broad. Draw the belly in and start to lower the torso back at an angle. We want to lower down fairly low, and then we want to lift the legs up about that 30 degrees. 5 breaths. Release yourself up out of this. Ah, lengthen the spine. Nice work. All right, we're going to lower ourselves back down onto our back for our Salamba Sarvangasana. This is our shoulder stand. Lower yourself down onto the floor. Plant the feet near the sitting bones. All right, so press the palms down into the floor by the hips. We're going to draw the knees in towards the chest. And we're going to start to bring some momentum. We're going to rock the hips up and forward. So to do that, draw the belly in and roll. Bring the shoulder blades towards each other, taking some of the weight out of the neck. We want to press the shoulders down into the floor. That's the name, shoulder stand. So you walk the shoulder blades towards each other, you scooch the elbows in towards each other, and you use the hands to help support the lower back. All right, step one. Keep the spine neutral here. Just keep gazing towards the navel. And we're going to start to press the hips forward and extend the legs up towards the sky. You want to play with taking this holds for longer and longer times over your course of practicing week 5 and 6. So keep pressing the legs up towards the sky. You might even set like a 1-minute timer all the way up to a 5-minute timer. Definitely don't jump to 5 minutes right away, but give yourself some time, slowly just building and building the time. If you are experiencing intense discomfort in through the spine and through the neck and through the shoulders or the back, take a supported bridge pose with the legs up towards the sky. Definitely don't hurt your cervical spine, but you can alleviate a lot of that weight in through the neck by continuing to scooch the shoulder blades towards each other. All right, our next posture after this is halasana, or plow pose. What we do for that is keep the legs straight and slowly start to bring weight into the hands. As you push the hips back, you extend the toes forward and overhead. This requires a bit of flexibility in through the backs of the legs. Nice stretch. You'll plant the toes back behind you and press the hips forward, getting more of the toes planted down onto the floor. You'll release the hands from the lower back, interlace the fingers, and then extend the arms out nice and long onto the floor. So again, we're going to start with just holding this for a shorter amount of time. Eventually, you'll build up longer and longer holds for our plow pose. Excellent work. To come out of this posture, release the bind of the hands, bring the hands back towards the lower back. Bring more weight into the hands as you press the hips back, and you'll draw the knees in towards the chest
Keep the chin tucked towards the chest. That's the most comfortable way that I found. And then we're going to roll ourselves in a little ball. Keep the chin drawn towards the chest. Let the back land onto the floor. And then slowly lower yourself all the way down onto the floor. Relax the head down. Our final posture for week 5 and 6 is Shavasana. Extending the legs out nice and long. Toes fall out towards the outer edges of the mat and hands come down by the hips. So in this portion of the series, week 5 and 6, we take Ujjayi Pranayama for 5 minutes in Shavasana. So if you're unfamiliar with Ujjayi Pranayama, it is the subtle constriction of the glottis in the throat. So there's a slight vibrational tone. Like if you're exhaling out, it's the sensation like you're fogging up a mirror, but done through the nose. If you're inhaling, it's the sensation almost like you're about to start snoring. Okay, so we breathe like that 5 minutes in and out through the nose. I'll keep an eye on the clock and let yourself settle in, connecting with your Ujjayi breath. Let the eyes close, the face is soft, muscles of the body are relaxed.
Starting to wake ourselves back up. You'll bring some movement back into the fingers and the toes, rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Take a breath in, stretch the arms up overhead, point the toes towards the short edge of the mat, let the lower back lift up off the floor. And we'll exhale to draw the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. We'll grab on behind the backs of the thighs and we'll rock ourselves up to seated. Take a nice breath in, noticing the body, the mind, and the breath. Let's inhale together, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center. Pressing the thumbs in towards the sternum. May our practice be of benefit to all beings. Thank you, and namaste.